While running away, one of the kids falls down and our hero quickly walks back to help him. But before he can do anything, he hears a scream from the front and sees a massive centipede monster blocking their path. The monster instantly snacks on one of the kids before our boy can even react, and even when he gets up to fight, his attacks do basically nothing against the thick-skinned insect. Realizing this, he curses the monster and tells the other kid to run, then falls back and grabs the little girl who had fainted earlier from the monster's poison attack. He picks her up and starts running, but the monster quickly catches up to them again, ready to strike. Seeing no other option, the other kid decides to sacrifice himself by jumping in front of the monster and begs our protagonist to protect his little sister. Our boy finally reaches the cave, but the poison has already done its damage, and the little girl dies, leaving him shattered. After that, he desperately returns to the village with her body, screaming for help, only to find out that the entire village has been wiped out, and that he's the only one left alive. Feeling depressed and defeated, he starts digging a massive grave for all the villagers in the heavy rain until the next morning, when an old man called Skeers arrives and asks him what he's doing. The boy explains how monsters attack the village and says that all the surrounding ones have been destroyed too, so with nowhere else to go, he's digging a grave for the deceased. Seeing the poor boy's condition, the old man gives him a piece of bread and a bottle of water, which our boy lunges upon hungrily. They start talking about the King of Darkness who rules their country, and our protagonist says he doesn't understand why the king lets these monsters run wild. Skeers says the king must have his own concerns, but our boy asks if he's concerned about the right things, because to him, the right thing is for everyone to be happy. After a bit of back and forth, he quietly goes back to digging the hole, and says he'll keep digging it until the sunshine reaches the bottom. Skeers gets impressed after seeing the boy's potential, and suddenly throws him a sword, telling him to fight. At first, our protagonist thinks Skeers wants him to get stronger and fight for his people, but Skeers quickly denies it. He acts like he's seriously trying to kill him, saying that the King of Darkness has the right to kill anyone on a whim, and that Skeers himself was once a candidate for the throne. So if our boy just sits around mourning the villagers and digging holes while waiting for help from the sky, then it's better for him to die. His Irwin-like speech shakes something inside the boy, who finally sets his mind to become the next king, or at least someone who brings smiles to people's faces. Unlike earlier, his swordsmanship improves this time, and he blocks all of Skeers' incoming attacks. He eventually knocks the sword out of Skeers' hand and wins what seemed like an ordinary duel. Skeers starts laughing and drops to his knees, saying it's finally time for him to head to heaven or maybe hell. He reveals his true identity as a noble from the capital and advises our protagonist to take his sword and head there.